Oh, the mic's on. Cam's off, but the mic's on. Let's get that sorted. Let's get everything else running. That's up, that's up. That's up. Let's get F1 up. Right, it looks like it's just Shaunicus in chat at the minute. Evening, mate. Hope you're ready for tonight. You're in the running for back-to-back championships or back-to-back drivers. You've got the back-to-back Constructors Championship. Just waiting for a few more people to hop in the stream for that ad to disappear. Waiting for your teammate to get into the lobby as well, apparently. But whilst we are waiting for everyone to get in, I think we're waiting for Zodak and Find the Pass to join the lobby. We will run you through the stand-ins. So Shaunicus is in the lead with, oh, what's it out a minute ago? 25 points. I think. Yes, 25 points in the lead of his teammate. So Shaunicus only needs 2 points, or needs to beat Find the Pass by 2 points tonight to claim the second Drivers' Championship in a row. Evening, Terry. How you doing, mate? Find the Pass in second. Moyland in third. Needs an absolute miracle to try and get back into that challenge for the Drivers' title. Fourth place in Drivers is an open battle at the minute between Speedy, Frenzy, Hepburn and Panda. So they'll all be looking to try and make the most of the sprint tonight. Get those extra points and try and secure that fourth place. In eighth, you've got Fake Jesus, followed by Scarito, Stiltonese, Marshall, Mrs. Carl, Hyder, Zodak, Wi-Fi Button, Jake, Hobo, Dan Rauch, Cons, and Effectus. In the team's standings, Mercedes are the Constructors' Championship this season, so well done to them. That's the second Constructors for Shaunicus and the first for Find the Pass. Williams in a very strong second place, followed by Alpha Tauri, Alfa Romeo, Alpine, Haas, Red Bull, Aston Martin. Ferrari have managed to jump the McLarens and take 9th place, with McLaren rounding out in 10th. We are still waiting for people to join the lobby and for everything to get going. I think we've got a couple of minutes before we start. It is literally a couple of minutes. That's crap. So I'm going to carry on enjoying my beer. You would be disappointed, Terry, but it's all I could grab quickly on the way home. Thank you for the follow, Effectus. And secondly, Terry, Hawkston's decided to cock up my order this month, and their system forgot to send it. And when I chased them up, they did very well. They did get me a replacement out. Thank you for the sub, Effectus. Evening, Hepburn. They also added me in some extras, so I made a point of demolishing this month's Hawkston's delivery rather quickly, and now I'm annoyed I've got to wait till next week for the next one to arrive. But all is not lost. It's bloody cold in here, hence the hat, hoodie, and a hoodie underneath the hoodie, but that'll be getting drunk. Oh, there we go. At some point. Oh, some more of that will be getting drunk rather, because there's one of the other empties there. And I've got another bottle sat to the side. Well, that's voice chat suspended. No, they're still not readying up. Come on, boys, let's get ready. Yes, a lovely bit of JD. Goes down very well. Come on, boys, start readying up. Your time is counting. And I'm sure everyone's had enough of watching the little video clips I've put up in the corner of mostly me crashing. That was Imler, now we're at Cheddar. Oh, they're starting to ready up. This is where, yep, come around the corner. There's cargo the wrong way on track. And we go for a Scotty. Trying to buzz the pit wall at France, but wiping himself out. Four-way battle at... Where was that? I can't even see from here. Oh, Monza. Evening, Panda. Right, we are loading into quali for Bahrain, and it is short quali as it is a sprint weekend, so there's 8 extra points for the winner on top of the 25 for the feature race. So Thornicus just needing take 2 points over, find the pass to wrap that title up. Moyland will be hoping that he can outscore both drivers, both Thornicus and find the pass. Or maybe actually reading Discord, Moyland's just hoping to make it to the end and not get lapped. But this is Bahrain. I can skip out that for a second whilst I just get the other screen set up properly. Go, get that back on screen. Hopefully we're going to have some game audio. We have, it will be in need you on so I can check the levels. I'm going to be trying to keep an eye on people disconnecting and getting invites out as quickly as possible. Would expect everyone to be out on soft tyres for the sprint quali. Like that. Martin heading out. We have already got 2 cars out on track in the form of Panda and Hepburn. Stay with Hepburn as he makes his way round for this first lap. Trying to get some heat into those tyres, although Bahrain, one of those tracks where tyre temps, getting them warm isn't an issue, it's keeping them cool that's going to keep everyone on their toes, especially as we get further into the races. Let's see if anyone is going brave on the tyres. Doesn't look like it at the moment. So Hepburn coming across the start finish in that first DRS zone, flat out up towards the braking zone, heavy on the brakes, get the car rotated through turn 1, need to line it up nicely for 2 for the flow into 3, holding on the power all the way up, DRS open as you head up now towards turn 4. Fairly tricky right-hander to get it right, easy to run wide there and invalidate your lap. Now through the S section, looks to have the car under control nicely, braking into 8, and then a little drag up the hill as we drop down the hill through the left-hander of 9 and hard onto the brakes through the difficult turn 10. Expect to see a lot of people locking up there in the race, especially when they're wheel to wheel. And then through the second DRS zone and into the sector of the track that can quite easily kill you if you run that curb too much, but Hepburn looking to have it nicely positioned, and now it's just flat out all the way down to 14 and 15 on the brakes. Important to get back on the power as early as possible but not lose the traction on the back end as Hepburn heads towards the line, DRS open, and sets our first time a 1:29.2, followed by Panda, who crosses the line on a 29.8, puts him half a second down on Hepburn. Zodak coming into the pits, invalidated that one. Cake crosses the line, 1.2 off the back of Hepburn. So I don't think he was pushing fully on that first lap. Got a Williams on the way round. So Martin crosses the line, a 28.9, takes him to the top of the standings. Why is that throwing me like that? I want that one. That's better, I can actually see the laps now. Hide that one, that one. As Josh comes to the line, crosses the line, a 28.9 from Josh, very close to Martin's time. It's Fake Jesus on a 1:31. Clearly Kane just starting his lap. Hyder on his lap. We'll keep an eye on Moyland, a 29.0 through sector 2 for Moyland. Sorry, 29.0 for sector 1, 29.0 in sector 2. Absolutely flying. We've got a yellow flag through sector 1, but that's now cleared. Someone possibly just getting out of the way. As Moyland heading down the final straight, now on to the start-finish straight. No DRS at this point, a 1:33.1, so must have backed out somewhere because he's not deploying ERS, hasn't deployed DRS. Expect to see him charge up this lap and go for another run. Sally Kane just coming through turn 13, heading down towards the final 2 corners. Ferrari there, keep him well out of the way off the racing line. So out of the final corner, DRS open, crosses the line, a 30.4 for, that's Dan, isn't it? Dan Routh. So it takes him into 7th. Wi-Fi button, a 29.1 through sector 1 in the McLaren. Surprised not to see a bloody game update with yet another livery update, but there wasn't this week. There's Wi-Fi into the second DRS straight, heading down towards turn 11. Not taking too much on the right-hander apex. It positions the car nicely now for the run down to 14. Teammate is a little bit too far ahead to be giving him the benefit of the tow. Onto the start finish straight now for Wi-Fi button, crosses the line at 30.4 to take him into 7th. Find the pass. Is definitely pushing. Into the final couple of corners. He'll be looking to try and knock Martin off the top spot and take a pole position. Crosses the line at 28.8. He does knock Martin off, does take provisional pole. His teammate is yet to complete his first lap. He's just coming into the final corner now. No idea how he's doing on his sectors. DRS open. Another improvement there from the Mercedes duo. That puts Thornicus in on provisional pole, 4/10 faster than his teammate. So a great lap from Thornicus. Zodak snuck into 6th, just behind his teammate. So Alpine's in 5th and 6th currently. Zodak on a 29.7. Don't think he's on a lap. If he is, he's probably lost the lap, having just got caught in a bit of traffic. Panda on track, pushing in the AlphaTauri, just coming through turn 12. Cross the timing line, 107.1 through sector 2. He's up on his time as well, heading down towards 14. Mercedes keeping off the racing line, which we'd like to see. Drivers with good awareness of what's going on around them as Panda crosses the line at 29.0, takes him into 5th. Royland looks to have bailed on. This lay is invalidated now as well. Very busy out on track, so it's going to be difficult for people trying to find space to get their laps in. Speedy yet with a competitive lap as he crosses the line at 29.6, takes him into 6th. He's low on fuel as well, so I doubt we'll see Speedy go for another run on this set of tyres. Josh and Martin on out laps. There's Hobo. How's Hobo getting on as he's starting his first lap? Just through turn 4. Coming down through the S's. Looked to get a little bit of a slide on the rear as he ran across the curb on the exit of 7. We've got it all collected and now through the left-hander of 10. Yellow flags ahead will be for a car going slow, keeping out of the way. Is the traffic going to cause Hobo an issue as he goes through this section? Panda retired from the session as Hobo's invalidated. Was that deliberate retirement in the pits, Panda? Hope that wasn't a game disconnect causing you to retire. So Hobo opting to bail on that set of tyres, come in and try again. That's fair enough, Panda. Makes sense. Hopefully everyone will only need the one set of tyres in the sprint, but we'll see how people get on with their tyre wear. The main reason for asking was, spit that out again. I've seen that the game's kicked you out before during quali, as is the way Codemasters games, and it's meant when you've reconnected, you've been retired by the game and not been able to actually improve on your quali performance. At 29.0 is a good time, puts you close to that front battle. There's a lot that can happen, especially with the sprint involved. Moyland back out on an outlap. He's got a McLaren just ahead of Effectus. Effectus is on a lap, so I don't see that causing Moyland any issues. It's whether or not anyone comes out of the pits as he comes across that start finish. And literally, as I say that, there's an Aston Martin making his way out of the pits. Alfa Romeo's just gone into the pits. Don't think the Aston Martin will cause Moyland any issues. We'll stay with Effector, see if he can improve on that 29.8. No, he definitely can't. I just looked at the split time. Should stop watching the map as Jake's retired. Moyland's called it. Moyland's had enough. He's bailed on that and retired in the pits. Are we running out of time left in the session? What's that screen on there? Won't help me. So we've got 3 minutes left. Damrose on an outlap. Mrs. Cole on an outlap just behind Dan. Hobo still on an outlap. Fake Jesus in the other Alpha Tauri. Does look. No, he's not on the lap, he's Bailey. Ooh. Well, I'll stop yawning in a minute. So, Fake Jesus bailing, going for a second warm-up lap. Modify button does look to be pushing. Definitely on deployment. Well, has got. This track is no longer on the calendar. I'll be a happy man. Yeah, it's not one of your favourite tracks, is it, Moyland? I don't like the track, but the more I drove it, the more comfortable I got with it. Well, like most tracks when I'm driving at the minute. So the Wi-Fi button just coming into the final corner. On the power, DRS open now and crosses the line at 30.1. So he took 0.3 off his previous time, moves him up into 15th. He's not going to have time for a second run. Let's see how this Hobo's managed to keep it within track limits this time around. He's going to cross the line and set a 30.2, takes him into 11th. Thornicus is on an outlap. This is Carl just coming through turn 12. Up towards turn 13. A 108.6 through sector 2 for Mrs. Carl. And then the Alfa Romeos are both on outlaps. One of the passes on an outlap. So 31.2 for Mrs. Carl. I think that was a second warm-up lap looking at ERS availability. So timed that really well for getting the lap in. The Alfa Romeos behind may find themselves tripping over one another, giving each other issues, especially through the middle sector. So let's try and get round. Fake Jesus crosses the line at 30.2, takes him into 18th. Only Mrs. Cole to improve. Behind, Hobo is coming into the pits. That's Thornicus. 128.3 takes him to provisional pole. Speedy had snuck in there with the 28.6. Currently sitting in second place. Martin crosses the line at 28.2, but it invalidated. That would have been enough for pole. We're kicking himself for that invalidation. Mrs. Cole next across the line. 29.6 takes a second and a half out of her previous time, moves her up into 11th. Josh jumps into second with the 28.4. Elder comes across to take third with the 28.5. Speedy finds himself now in fourth. And it's just Dan Routh to cross the line now, I believe. And he does, and instantly the game takes graphics off, so I can't see what time he set. Ends up in 15th for Dan Routh. Elder lost 3/10 in that final run. So that would have been enough for the pole. Would have been tight with Martin as well. Thornicus fucked my lap up. I was 5/10 up. Jesus, so a lot of people lost time in that final run. That does set us up for a very interesting sprint. So Thornicus takes the pole, Josh in second, Elder in third, Speedy in fourth, Martin in fifth, Frenzy in sixth, Zodak in seventh, Panda in eighth, Hyder in ninth, Hepburn in 10th, Mrs. Carl in 11th, and I ran out of time. So they were your top 10 anyway. We'll get the rest when they get to the grid. What are you predicting at? Mrs. Carl's gone live, Zodak's gone live, Panda's gone live, Hobo's gone live. So whilst we wait, I can see a set of softs in Dan Rouse's pit garage, a set of softs in Jake's pit garage, and then can't see anything in the others. I think the medium would be a better start tyre. Personally, that one. I want tyres. So Thornicus has gone for the medium, Josh on the soft, Elder and Speedy on the medium, Martin on the soft, Frenzy, Zodak, Panda, Hyder, Hepburn all on the medium. Mrs. Cole going on the hards for the sprint. You only want to go for the hards. Cons on the softs. Everyone else, and Moyland, Effectus, Dan Ralph, Steeled, Wi-Fi Button, Hobo, Fake Jesus and Jake all on the mediums. So let's get that back to position change. Bin that off screen. No, we're on telemetry. Happy Friday T, welcome to the stream. Guessing you're here to cheer on Thornicus and hope he gets that second driver's title. Second consecutive driver's title. I'll be trying to keep an eye on that battle for fourth place in the standings as well. And then trying to do some quick maths, which probably won't work. As it stands under the formation lap, if it were to finish now, Thornicus would take the title. So expect to see Find the Pass trying to get as close to the back of Thornicus as possible. He's going to have Goff to contend with in the Alfa Romeo. Jesus, Elder, how far out the box did you want to line that up? That one to give a perspective, really pointing that car over to the right. Trying to get the jump off the start. So Fake Jesus disqualified at the back for parking out of position. So here we go, start of the sprint, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. Held for quite a while, it's lights out and away we go. Josh looked to get a better start than Elder there. I think that random angle of attack compromised Elder. Speedy up the inside, contact with Find the Pass there. Speedy tried to get very aggressive into the first corner. That's cost him a place as at the moment. I don't know if he's going to be carrying any damage. We've got your yellow flag that's cleared. Looks like Hyder's got something's happened to Hyder. He's dropped down 11 places now. So Find the Pass has managed to get past Josh. Josh has lost out to Martin, Zodak and Speedy. So I'm not sure if Josh has had a moment somewhere in that opening lap. Moylan's made a great start, up 5 places up into 8th. Frenzy's lost out on the start, down 3. Steel's had a great start as well, up 6 places into 10th. Cons up 1. Hepburn and Mrs. Carter both dropped 2 positions. Dan Roush has gained 1 place as Effectus and Wi-Fi Button trade places. So Wi-Fi up 1, Effectus down 1. Jake up 3. Hobo's managed to hold on to 18th. Fake Jesus has now dropped to the back. Hyder's managed to recover 1 of those places he lost. Back to this battle at the front. I get a feeling it's going to go a bit of a processional. Unless some of these drivers a little bit further back get a bit feisty again. Trying to have a look at Zoe's car, and yeah, it is coming across on stream as well. Looks very hazy. The picture is clear and then it goes hazy. I fucking hate Codemasters games. So badly optimised. Looks like I'm watching through horrendous mist. Oh, Speedy has a lock up into turn 10, but he manages to catch it with a nice bit of a slide, but that's going to hurt those tyres. Honda has got Moyland, Frenzy and Stilled for company, so he's going to have his mirrors full of that Williams. Can Moyland find a way past? He needs to really push to try and keep any hopes of taking the driver's title. But he does really need to see both of the Mercedes having issues. You're already on to lap 3 out of this 10 lap sprint race. Thornicus is outside the DRS of Find the Pass, so he's sitting comfortably in the lead at the moment. Find the Pass with Martin for company, just within the DRS, and then they've broken a 2-second gap back to Speedy, who's coming under pressure from Zodak as they run down towards turn 4. Managing to hold on to that position. We've got our first safety car as well. Safety car is out, and that's Hobo that we've lost. I think that was on the exit of turn 2, where we got a snap and it sent him through the gravel into the barrier on the outside. He'll just be grateful it didn't do a growth on and send him to the inside and in the middle of the barrier. So we're going to be behind the safety car. I wouldn't expect to see anyone pitting during the safety car period, especially not this early on. Although it is a sprint, you'll be with the pack this close, you will end up losing no end of places. So unless you carry in significant damage, your best bet is to stay out. As we drive through just absolute zero visibility, what can I change? What's under safety car? Graphics. Ray tracing, medium, shadows, reflections, quality high, shadows high, crowd high, mirrors we don't care about, go high, medium, high, high. High quality hair. Seriously? Right, let's see if that may biscuit or a biscuit. Okay, that seems to be better graphically from my side. Nope, still got some hazing. Not as defined hazing, but we've still got some hazing. Fucking game. Right, quit moaning about the game and the poor setup. That's not what we're here for. We're here for racing. So if you can all just concentrate on your driving and ignore the fact it's foggy. Unless I have missed a message and the weather was set for fog. It looks like someone's having a barbecue at every point of the track. So we are still under safety car. It's the first lap where they've caught up to the safety car. Can't even see anything down the straight. This is appalling. All I can do is apologise for the crap game graphics settings. So do it in onboard. It's that floodlight haze. It's the floodlights that do it. I swear they were supposed to fix that issue in one of the updates. So foggy. Let's have a look through the grid. None of them have got their fog lights on though. I mean, I'd have expected to see someone with the fog lights on. So it's still stuck behind the safety car. Find the pass being up in second place means Chronicus is only 1 point ahead as we sit. So he will need to carry that on through the second race. Safety car's not even got the fog lights on. Come on, Bert, you know the game. So full lighting on so they can see behind. Safety car in this lap. We've only had a couple of laps under the safety car, so Thornicus will now back this pack up, allow the safety car to peel off and go into the pits. Not sure how he'll see that with all the fog. Especially as the safety car's turned its lights off. I mean, that's a very stupid thing to do in the fog. So I'll have to be looking at his track map. See the safety car peel into the pit entry. I can see weaving, and it looks like Thornicus has gone just before the start finish line. Not really caught Elder out. Elder going to look around the outside. Speedy keeping it a bit more under control into turn 1 for the restart. And as they emerge from the fog, that's an Alpha Tauri in the background running wide. I think that was Fate Jesus. So we've lost a bit of ground to everyone else. We're closing it up as it looks like they're running. That's a McLaren round. There's a Fectus round. Fate Jesus finding his way past, and now up the inside of Wi-Fi button as they head towards turn 10. Wi-Fi managing to pull that back. Fate Jesus still putting Wi-Fi under pressure as Mrs. Carl and Hepburn trade in places. Hepburn moving up into 11th. Through the carnage, Moylan's managed to make his way up to 6th and is holding on to the back of Zodak and Speedy. Martin's got past Thornicus, not got past Thornicus, Jesus. Got past Find the Pass to grab that second place. That'll be making Thornicus happy, having an extra bit of buffer in between himself and Find the Pass. Speedy still holding on to 4th place. Zodak in 5th. When DRS comes around as Effectus retires in the pit lane. And there is plenty of space for that car to return to the track and park up in the most random position rather than just being wheeled straight back into the pits. So Moylan did manage to get the move done on Zodak, who's also lost out to Stilled and Josh. Frenzy and Hepburn trying to make a move as well. Josh and Frenzy trade in places as they head towards turn 11. And Thornicus is really starting to open a gap over Martin. I wonder if those softs on Martins are now starting to feel a bit of degradation. Thornicus pulled nearly a 2-second gap out in front. Speedy's a 1.5 seconds off the back of Elder. Moylan going very wide round that final corner. Definitely be a track limits warning. and decides to just spin it into turn 1. Gunn does all the work he'd previously done. Zodak into the pits for retirement. I wonder if he picked up damage through contact somewhere, which is why he dropped down the field. Final pass, trying to get back in front of Martin as they go through turns 5, 6 and 7, and the right hand hairpin of 8. And Martin still better drive out of the corner on those soft tyres. This to pull the gap as they head through turn 10. Elder hasn't got DRS, has got DRS, just didn't get the message up on the telemetry box. Elder still holding on, but they're now some 3 seconds back from Thornicus. Thornicus sitting pretty out in front. It's unlucky Effectus. They're no worse than trying to make it round with floor damage, especially when it really unsettles the car. And I do remember this is one of the tracks where floor damage just makes it undrivable. So Stills had a great race so far, up into 5th place, gained 11 places off his start position. As Elder has managed to get the move done on Martin, but Martin will have the DRS as they head up towards turn 4. Not able to make a move into turn 4 this time around. He's going to have one more real opportunity at taking that position back before the end of the race. Speedy's closed into this battle a little, but I still think he's a little bit far away to be able to really challenge for the podium on the sprint. It does put him in a good starting position for the feature race. Cons has retired in the pits. We've lost 4 drivers so far. 1 through DNF and 3 retiring in the pits. Can Martin find a way back past Find the Pass? Is Cons' Ferrari going to get in the middle of any of these battles, as it's just coming out of the pits now as everyone's coming around the final corner? I think the Ferrari should be parked up before anyone gets there. Speedy is pushing to try and close that gap, take advantage of any contact that happens ahead. Martin dives up the inside into turn 1, gets the move done, covers off 2 and 3 nicely, but Find the Pass is right on his tail, will have the benefit of DRS as they head down towards turn 4. Elder trying to go around the outside of Martin, which gives him the inside, holds it on to the outside through turn 6, gets the move done before the break-in for turn 8. So Elder back in front. He really is fighting with everything he's got to try and hold on to 2nd place. Needs to keep within that 2 points of Shornicus to keep that title fight alive. Whilst these guys have been battling, it has allowed Speedy to close up. Speedy first on the 1 second back from this battle for 2nd and 3rd. Snap of oversteer for Speedy there. Manages to keep it pointing the right way. He's coming under a bit of pressure from Steeled Sneeds. They'll get a little bit of a DRS boost as they go towards the start-finish line. Shornicus takes the win. Elder comes through in 2nd. Martin in 3rd. Speedy holds on to 4th. Still sees in 5th. Hepburn in 6th. Josh in 7th. Jake in 8th. Frenzy in 9th. Hyder in 10th. Moyland in 11th. Panda takes 12th. Mrs. Carl in 13th. Dan in 14th. Wi-Fi button in 15th. And I just missed 16th. Ooh, who did Moyland hit in lap 1? I'm going to see Moyland's apologised in chat for lap 1, accepting fault. So Thornicus now only needs to outscore Elder by 1 point to take the driver's title, but Elder's not going to give that up without a fight, and they will both be starting on the front row. Martin takes 3rd, Speedy in 4th. How's that work with... I want that up. That up. So Speedy takes 4th. I'll just... Could have had that up. Now don't need that up. Oh, I fucking hate the way Windows works. I want to be able to flick between screens and not have the game disappear, or when I go out of it, it come back and be in pause menu. It is definitely lining up for a good battle through the feature race. I think Moyland is well and truly out of this battle now, and is confirmed 3rd place. So we are either going to have our Drivers' Champion confirmed tonight, or it is going to go down to the season finale next week. Don't want that one. Detail, we want start tyre, and we want telemetry on that one. So Thornicus going aggressive, starting on the soft tyre, final pass on the medium, Martin on the hard. Speedy for the medium, Thornicus in chat. This game, I selected mediums. So the game's trying to force a title battle to go down to the season finale. I wonder if Codemasters have employed Michael Massey. I mean, as much as it would make it interesting, I also feel for Thornicus and anyone who's in that position where you just need a solid finish ahead of your rival to seal the championship. The last thing you want is the game throwing the wrong tyres into the mix. So Speedy on the medium, Stilled on the hard, Hepburn, Josh, Jake, Frenzy, Hyder, Moyland all on the medium. Panda and Mrs. Cole are on the soft, Dan on the hard, Wi-Fi button on the softs, Jesus and Cons on the mediums, Zodak on the hards, Effectus on the soft, and Hobo bringing up the back of the field on the mediums. Still a bit of a spread on the drivers as Thornicus is making his way towards his pit box. And we can see the marks, I don't know. So that fog is back again. Again, Elder with a... No, he failed to do it. Game's reset him. So Elder going for the aggressive pit box lineup. Just a little bit too aggressive, and the game said no. So it's put him back into his pit box. And actually sets him a bit further back. I'm going to keep an eye on Speedy on the start because he was very aggressive on the previous start. But I'd expect Thornicus on those soft tyres to have the better getaway. Will be on the outside. Speedy is coming, trying to find his way through. I need to not pick anyone up this time around. Martin find the pass under pressure already as they head up towards turn 4. Speedy up the inside of Martin, takes him into third place. Can he hold on to it though as they head down towards turn 6 and 7? He does. Speedy up into third. I need to swap that over, which is that one, and go to gap interval, not penalties, not stops, position change. Oh, excuse me. So Thornicus has pulled a 1.2 second gap out in front. Find the pass, held on to second place despite the pressure from Speedy and Martin. Speedy's got the jump on Martin, so currently running in third. Hepburn and Josh has both got the jump on Steele, who's dropped down into 7th. Jake holding on to 8th nicely. Moyland up into 9th, gaining 2 places, taking Frenzies down into 10th. Mrs. Carl up 2 in 11th. Panda up 3. Under pressure from Wi-Fi button. Dan Routh has lost 3 and dropped down to 17th. Hyder's dropped to the back of the pack again, now running in 20th, having lost 10 places. Hobo making a move and getting it, gets it stopped, keeps it out the barrier, gets back going, but there was a bit of a tandem slide there from Hobo and Dan, which has allowed Hyder back up into 18th place. Everyone else is pretty close together, trying to spot where there are going to be moves coming. So Speedy trying to push along and hold on to the back of Find the Pass. Thornicus really making the most of those softs now and building that gap. It's over 2 seconds. We're only 2 seconds into 2 laps into the race. Oh Jesus, I'm getting as bad as the Sky commentators for not being able to spit my words out properly. It's hopefully I'm not getting the names wrong. It's just, you know, general filler words. Laps, seconds, tyres. Not important. Getting the names of the drivers we're looking at, that's important. So DRS is enabled this lap around. That's going to put Find the Pass under pressure from Speedy and Martin. Hepburn as well, holding on to the back of the pack. Still within the DRS. We have a little DRS train here. I say little, it's going to be all the way from 2nd down to 12th. Everyone within the DRS of one another. No moves going on at the moment. The McLaren's just trading places, so affects us up into 13th. They're in their own little... Oh, that was someone going very wide. That was Affectus going wide. Fake Jesus letting him back through though once he got the car recovered. Whether he'd got a yellow flag as Affectus had that moment. So now heading through turn 11. Fake Jesus trying to find a way past this McLaren duo. Battle for 2nd is still going, and we're still all within the DRS. Speedy looking to make a move up the inside of Elder into turn 1, gets the move done. Elder takes a lot of curb on the apex there of turn 1. It unsettles the car slightly, but doesn't drop him miles off the back of Speedy. Will get the DRS to help him up towards turn 4. That helps him to defend from Martin behind. Once these guys were battling, or are battling, Hepburn's slowly closing that gap down as well. He's pulling Josh, Steele and Jake along with him. Moyland right on the back of Jake at the minute as they head down towards turn 9 and 10. Are we going to see any lockups and carnage? Nothing on this lap so far. Everyone with the DRS, so you're trying to attack the car in front, but they're getting the DRS and the tow from the cars in front of them. It does make it very difficult to get a move done. Speedy is holding on to that second place though at the moment. He's pulled the gap to half a second back to Elder. Elder will have the DRS up the start-finish straight. Can he do anything to close him in? They both need to just concentrate on looking forward and trying to close down Thornicus, or make sure he can't come in and get an undercut. There's a bit of a gap further back for Thornicus to slot into, but he does need to extend the lead he's got a little. Let's try and build that gap. It's about 16 seconds back to 13th at the minute. You see Thornicus won't want to be coming in and fighting traffic to try and get back to the front and losing time to the guys that are going to take over the lead when the pit stops do start to happen. Speedy still holding on. Everyone else, it's all a bit stagnant. This is one of those races where there's a title on the line and there's not a lot happening in terms of movement at the moment. We are only 5 laps into a 29 lap race, so it is all still to play for. Everyone with the DRS. Mrs. Cole just dropping out of the DRS of Panda, so that's gonna hurt her as she makes her way along the start finish straight. Everyone else is going to be using the DRS and the tow, get that higher top end speed, so that gap is just going to start increasing unless you can push the ERS and try and close back up to the back of Panda. Not really losing any ground to Fake Jesus, but it's definitely losing a tenth or two to the cars in front as Speedy and Find the Pass have broken out of the DRS of Martin behind. So it's going to help them to try and defend that gap behind. Speedy with the DRS, Martin not getting it, as I say, is outside the detection point, but he has closed the gap back up. A little bit of tactical ERS deployment there. Find the Pass running with 95% ERS. He's more than comfortable with enough to defend from Speedy for a lap or two. Thornicus really pushing the ERS. He's got to try and extend this gap as much as possible, make full use of the of the soft tyre. But at the same time, he wants to try and extend their life to try and push to the medium tyre for the second stint. I think that might be a bit of a tall order as we've got Hepburn losing out to Josh. So Josh getting the move done. Hepburn looks to be coming back on the attack towards turn 4. Just on the rear left corner. Not quite close enough to keep his nose in there. Wisely deciding to hold back and pick the battle another time. Martin has caught right up to Speedy, so well within the detection point. So he will get DRS this time. It's going to help him stay with Find the Pass. While all that's going on, Thornicus has opened that advantage in front to 5 seconds near enough. Thornicus really pushing hard. Moylan's managed to gain one more place, currently sitting in 8th, just behind Steeld's knees. Steeld having a strong race. I know he's dropped a couple of places off the start. He's running very well in 7th place at the moment. Coping with the pressure from the cars behind and managing to hold on to the DRS of those in front. Exhaust is going to be coming under attack soon. No, he's not going to have the advantage with the DRS to defend from those behind. And he has got a bit of a train forming behind him. He'll be looking to try and find a way past and then open that gap as much as possible through the rest of the lap, so Josh can't come back at him next time around with the DRS. The helicopter shots are clear. There's contact there between Steeld and Hepburn. Doesn't look like there was any damage. There's Moylan trying to find a way past Steeld down into turn 10, but nowhere to go. Ends up tucked right up the gearbox of Steeld. So this battle for second has gone rather stagnant at the moment. They're just running round in formation, a little bit of tyre saving. Wondering if there's going to be any fuel saving as well. Take that off. Give me a headache. Oh, we've lost Josh. What happened to Josh? Josh has retired in the pits. Didn't expect to see that. And that's allowed Moylan to make his way past Steeld as well. And now going on the attack up the inside of Hepburn into turn 4. So Moylan up into 5th. Effectus into the pits with a 5-second speeding penalty. So Dan Routh moves up into 18th. Quick stop for Effectus, so that was just a tyre stop. Hobo running round in 17th. Trying to close up to the back of Cons. Oh, stop yawning. So Moylan will be going on the attack, trying to close that 3-second gap to Martin. Martin's dropped out the DRS of Speedy and Find the Pass. So gaps in traffic starting to open. They're going to start giving Thornicus options now to come out and try and find a gap to filter back into. As Hepburn's had enough of those tyres, comes in for a fresh set. It's going to bring him out roughly in front of Hobo. Let's see where he does rejoin. Hobo just coming past the start finish now. See him appearing through the fog. Hepburn comes out just in front, so Hepburn into 16th is one of the first to pit, so we'll see how he gets on. Getting those hard tyres up to him, so it's going to be very important for Hepburn. Thornicus has lost a second or so back to Find the Pass, so I think those softs are definitely on the way out. Find the pass, and Speedy are going to have the tyre advantage now. Almost expect to see Thornicus in at the end of this lap. We have 18 laps, but he stays out. Did he just have a moment? It doesn't. It's losing time all the way down the start finish to find the pass. Speedy still on the back, so it was 3.8 as they crossed the line. Let's see what it is next lap around. I think Thornicus does need to start thinking about coming in for a fresh set of tyres. Well, track position is important. Being on the right tyre is going to be more important. Not knowing if Speedy or Elder are going to try and go one stop to the softs or try something different. Or if they're going to go onto the hards. Another slide from Speedy as he makes his way through at turn 10. Does go off camber and does make you prone to a lockup. Slide again from Speedy, pushing too much. Those rear tyres are going to be cooking. I think he is just pushing a little bit too much, trying to keep behind the pass. Running in that turbulent air as well. Oh, look at what his tyre wears on, but he doesn't stream and he's turned that off, and I've not set the dashboard up to do it yet. That will more than likely be something that's back for the next season rather than trying to rush and sort it through for this season. Because I think we're going to have the Christmas break between the two seasons, so it'll give me time to polish up the stream ready for the full season. So Thornicus has pitted, and that's brought him out into 8th place. We've got a nice bit of clean air in front of him, and he has gone for the medium. So Thornicus going for the aggressive strategy, trying to get that faster medium tyre, faster than the hard tyre, all the way to the end. Keep an eye on the leaders on track. We're expecting to see them in. If they want to do the same sort of thing and go to the soft, they're going to be coming in around lap 18 or 19. I can see their wings through the fog. Moreland hasn't really closed up to Martin, as the battle behind between Still Sneeze, Jake and Frenzy still trying to find a way past with the DRS into turn 1, but Jake had that covered off. Frenzy stuck behind Stilled as well as they run through turn 4. It's like Frenzy got a better drive out of the corner but tucks back in behind Stilled as they go through the S section down to the heavy braking into 8. Can Frenzy find a way past before the DRS straight? Doesn't look like he will. Very close to the back of Still Sneeze there, keeping it very clean. Speedy starting to lose time to find the pass now. Find the pass has really started to push, I think. try and open that gap to Thornicus. Thornicus has taken 5 seconds out of frenzy on those fresh mediums. Since coming out of the pits, as Zodak picks up a 3-second penalty. Hepburn is currently running in 11th. Hepburn was the first to pit and went on to the hard tyre. So he's gained a couple of places since coming out of the pits. Keep an eye on how he progresses through the field. He's got his teammate just in front and will possibly have the DRS as well as they head up towards turn 4. Does get the DRS, that's going to help him close up. Zodak pulling to the side, not fighting that overtake at all. Zodak's tyres are starting to go off. He's getting those same twists as Speedy was earlier on. Zodak on the hard though, he needs to try and push these tyres a bit further. He has got the option to go for the medium. Looking at how much the back end of Zodak's car is kicking out, I'm gonna guess he's gonna be in this lap. No point trying to struggle on with the tyre, better off get the fresh tyre on the car. Take the pain again later on, but make the most of having new rubber and try and work your way back up the order. No, wrong button, that button. Speedy into the pits. So Speedy in on lap 15. Comes in from the medium, goes for the hard tyre. So Speedy going for the safer strategy, medium to hard. I'm hoping maybe for a safety car later on. Where's that bring Speedy out in terms of Thornicus? Thornicus moves up into 5th. Still Snooze in 6th now. Speedy comes out in 7th. So 13 seconds, nearly 14 seconds back from Thornicus. I think Thornicus, after the pits cycle's done, is going to be comfortably back in the lead. He's gained a lot of time over Speedy there. He's on 3.9 and 3.5 second gap. He's gained 10 seconds on those mediums in the 5 laps he's been out on track after that pit stop. So is Elder going to stay out on track, or is he going to come into the pits? Have to wait and see, but won't have to wait too long to find out what he's doing as he comes around the final corner now. Elder is staying out, trying to push those tyres. I wouldn't be surprised to see Elder trying to go to the soft at the end. As Martin comes into the pits, had enough of those hard tyres, he's going for the medium. Should comfortably get to the end from here. Moyland carries on, takes 2nd place, but Thornicus now in 3rd, only a second off the back of Moyland. Only 6 seconds back from his teammate. Mega performance, mega drive from Thornicus. At the moment, as things stand, this will be Thornicus's driver's title. But we don't want to put a commentator's curse on, so we'll just wait and see how it develops. But Thornicus on the attack, going around the outside of Moyland, trying to find a way through. Nothing there through turn 9. We'll have the DRS on the exit of 10. He is right on the gearbox of that Williams. Comes to the inside with those fresh or medium tyres. He's going to have the better traction out of turn 10. Gets the move done, so Thornicus back up into 2nd place. Only his teammate out in front, who is only 4 seconds further up the road. So Thornicus has managed to eat through that time loss of the pit stop, and now has a very similar gap to the gap he had on the way into the pits. So Thornicus is really pushing. He wants that win. He wants to wrap the title up with a win. Oh, I need this drink to keep my voice working because I can feel myself getting hoarse. It's been a while since I've done any comms, and yeah, I'm really starting to feel it this week. So Speedy back up into 4th after that pit stop. Let's just get back in front of Martin. Hepburn running in 7th at the moment. Panda just in front. Let's change the detail and let's get stop details up. So Find the Pass and Moyland still yet to stop. Zodak and Hobo and Dan Routh also still to stop. So Hepburn's lost out to Panda overall through the pit stops, but will be trying to find his way back past. He's got Jake for company just behind, and Mrs. Cole not too far off the back of this battle. Mrs. Cole be hoping that these guys in front slow each other down. Mrs. Cole on the softs as well. I think that was too early to go for the soft. Unless you're going for a 2-stop, you'll be praying for a safety car towards the end. So Find the Pass is into the pits. Just making his way out of the pits. Moyland in for his stop as well. Elder comes out of the pits, slots in just in front of Mrs. Cole. So Elder's gone for the soft tyre. He's now going to try and use that tyre advantage to work his way back up the order. Moyland comes out in 11th place, so that's not worked out great for Moyland. He's dropped all the way back down the order, but also gone for the soft, so he'll be looking to try and push as much as possible. Evening, Jeremy. Evening, Jeremy. Welcome to the stream. That is the Moyland, and this is one of the tracks that he hates. So out in front, Thornicus now has a 13.5 second lead over Speedy. We've got to keep our eye on Find the Pass. He needs to use this soft tyre and try and really push back up through the order. Currently sitting in 6th. He needs to find a way through. He's got 10 laps to do it, but he's got some quick drivers in front of him. Though he makes this move on Jake look easy and goes for the double, gets Panda as well with the DRS. Double overtake from Find the Pass up towards turn 1. Jake taking full advantage, trying to find his way past Panda as well. Gets the move done. They both get the DRS. Up the second DRS straight, so Panda not able to re-attack with the DRS that time around. And Find the Pass is pulling out that gap as he tries to close down Martin and Speedy. Mrs. Cole holding on to the back of Stilton's knees, but with Moyland just behind her, will her loyalties come through? Will her previous support of Moyland allow her to give him an easy pass, or will she make him work for it? Having seen some of the racing she's done more recently, I'd say she's going to make him work for every bit of it. And she does, pushes it wheel to wheel round turn 11 and 12 into 13. Moyland gets it done with that fresher soft tyre. But Mrs. Cole not making it easy for him. So Moyland up into 9th. Moyland still needs a miracle to keep himself in the title fight. Find the pass. He's starting to close in on Speedy. Speedy's lost out to Martin. Martin taking back 2nd place. But he is on the medium tyre as opposed to Speedy going for the hard a little bit earlier. Through turn 8, heading up towards the drop down left-handers of 9 and 10. You can see from that camera angle how much better traction Martin gets out of the corners on that medium tyre as Cons retires in the pits. So that won't cause a safety car. It may cause carnage for other people coming through, and if you play the Codemasters F1 games, you'll understand the cars don't just disappear off into the pit box and into the garage. They get sent out on track to do half of the first sector. As that Ferrari is coming out on track, just in front of Thornicus, I think. It did. That was very close. It wouldn't be the first time that a AI controlled Ferrari comes out of the pits and ruins Thornicus's race. I won't say who was the original driver of that Ferrari that ruined one of his previous races, because they won't appreciate it, mainly because they're doing comms, and I still feel guilty about that. Hepburn retiring from 10th. Why is Hepburn retired? There's a solid points finish from Hepburn. Gutted to see him go out. Hopefully he'll get on chat in a minute and tell us what happened. So Martin starting to close up a little towards Thorn because he's taken orange floor damage and tyres are about to explode. My setup was shit. Ah, Hepburn. Gutted for you, mate. After that result last week, I thought you were on for some good points. But I do understand floor damage around Bahrain, it makes it undrivable. So where are we? Speedy's losing ground to Martin quite a bit and is now under attack from Find the Pass. It's Find the Pass with the DRS. Gets the move done well before the break-in into turn 1. Speedy will get DRS up the second straight, but I don't think that's going to be enough to help him close up to Find the Pass, who's already half a second further up the road. That's that soft tyre on, which is going to give him better drive out of the corner and allow him to defend. Speedy not really gaining any time at all there. Tyre hardly lasting 10 laps. The tyres are already 6 to 10 miles, so the lower downforce doesn't work anywhere near it. Yeah, I think when they've done one of the updates through the game, they've changed the handling model. They've tweaked something, and I don't know. That's part of why I fell out of love with driving the F1 game. Just the handling was, in my opinion now, it was horrendous. Speedy's struggling with that back end again. I'm wondering if he's gone for another of his, I'd say famous, but they're not famous, but if grab a setup off of YouTube, and I know whose setup he grabs, and I've never really rated them. And it does seem the last couple of weeks he's struggled for longer race pace. And I think a lot of it is down to the setups he's running. They're just not built for a race distance. They're a time trial setup. So Martin is slowly closing in. It's taken another second out of Thornicus. He's having those fresher tyres. Thornicus stopping on lap 12 from memory. So his mediums are going to be 11 laps old. He did well with that with the softs. Well, I think those mediums are going to be coming towards certainly the midpoint of their life. Find the pass is right on the back of Martin. He needs to find a way past as soon as possible to be within any hope of closing down his teammate. Elder really needs to get this move done to try and keep the driver's title battle alive. Speedy staying out. As Find the Pass does get the move done with the DRS up towards turn 1. So Find the Pass up into second. Currently that would put him 8 points high and give Thornicus the driver's title. Moreland's recovered up into 6th. Has got a lot of work to do to try and close up to the guys in front. He's got an might as well say 9-second gap to Frenzy in 5th. Got Panda just behind. God, these graphics are horrendous. iRacing. They're a little more polished than iRacing, but just the camera angles and everything are just horrendous. And the interface just ain't great. Having to literally scroll car to car to car rather than just being able to point and click and go, I want to watch that car. But we work with what we're given. Elder not really dropping Martin over this lap since taking the lead. Martin managing to hold on. I've just got a little advantage on the ERS as we go back into the fog. Martin positioning the car to have a look up the inside into turn 1. Gets the move done on braking. Elder trying to go for the cutback. It's a lot of that inside curb apex. Martin getting a touch of oversteer as he got on the power coming out of 3. So it's allowed Elder to go back through. So Elder retakes second place, but is still under a lot of pressure from Martin. I think Elder would prefer that Martin just allowed him to disappear up the road. All the while these two are battling, it's allowing Thornicus just to hold on to that 10-second advantage out in front. Moylan's must have had a moment somewhere. He's lost 2 seconds over Frenzy. Panda and Jake holding on well to the back of Moyland on the opposite end of the tyre spectrum. So Moyland's tyres possibly starting to feel worse for wear. Dan picks up 5 seconds speeding in the pits and promptly retires. Zodak into the pits as well, retiring in the pits. Mrs. Cole holding on to 10th, has been in for a 2-second stop, so has gone for the 2-stop strategy. Got a bit of work to do. Possibly too much work to do, but if he can gain a couple of seconds a lap on Stilled, should be in for a battle for 9th at the final couple of laps. Hobo still going on those soft tyres. Effectus running in 15th. So Find the Pass has started to close that gap down. It's taken a couple of seconds. No, it's a second, isn't it? It was 10.3. It's now 8.9. Don't think he's going to have done enough. Me onto the grass needlessly and then spinning out in front of me. DRL's not happy in the Discord. Moylan's definitely losing tyre. He's down 12 seconds back from Frenzy. Frenzy's right on the back of Speedy as Panda goes for the move up towards turn 1. Gets the move done. So Panda in front of Moyland. So Panda up into 6th. Speedy's lost a lot of time over Martin. It's now going to be coming under a lot of pressure from Frenzy, who's on the soft tyre as well. So Frenzy's going to have a great drive out of turn 10. Have the DRS help him close that gap up. Frenzy is on the hunt. Can he get it done? 2 laps left to go. We've got people running around the track ready to light the fireworks. Elder's not giving up. He's got that gap down to 7 seconds. There's a lot of work to do if he wants to try and catch Thornicus. He has got a lot of work to do. But if anyone can push that hard, Elder's one of those drivers who will find a way. Fairly reasonably priced on ERS, but he has got to watch out for Martin behind. Martin's on a lot healthier ERS. Yeah, no safety cars, Rodak. It's unheard of around Bahrain. To be fair, there've not been that many incidents. Everyone who's out retired in the pit rather than sticking it in a wall. So Martin feigns to the left to try and get in the mirrors of Elder, try and put him off as they head up towards turn 11. Not able to do anything that time, just not close enough. Elder covering it off with the traction out of the corner at the moment. Got that gap down to 5 seconds. He needed to find this pace about 5 laps ago. Not going to have enough. He needs Thornicus to run into chaos. If Thornicus comes to start the final lap of the Bahrain Grand Prix, we'll stay with Thornicus for this final lap. As I say that, as I have to switch back to Martin and Elder battling it out side by side through turn 3. Elder has to cut the corner and take the off-track warning. Martin manages to hold on, so Martin in second. Moyland has had enough and retired. That's 2 races in a row he's retired on the penultimate lap. Within last night and tonight. I know this wasn't a race he was looking forward to. Martin and Elder, they're close. They're within 3 seconds. Have Thornicus's tyres completely gone off? Is he slowing down just to try and do the nice team drive by the pit wall on the finish? Just not enough in it. They got it down to 2 seconds. A hell of a drive by those guys. But Thornicus does take the win and does secure, oh, excuse me, does secure back-to-back Drivers' Championships. Well done to Thornicus, 2 in a row. Take some work. Great drive tonight. Made the most of Codemasters screwing your strategy and starting you on the softs. Just drove away and drove your race. Commiserations to Elder. You drove your heart out tonight, mate. You could see what you were pushing, giving it everything you had. Well done to Martin for taking 2nd place. Speedy in 4th. Frenzy picks up 5th. Jake in 6th. Good haul of points for Ferrari there from Jake. Panda takes 7th. Stilled in 8th. Mrs. Cole picks up 9th. Fake Jesus takes the final points in the feature race in 10th. Hyder in 11th. Hobo in 12th. And coming through the final corner now, the McLaren of Wi-Fi button. We'll cross the line now. Take the final. Well, that said Hyder DNF, but Wi-Fi button takes 13th. Let's go, baby. Yes, yes. Mediums were on 88%. Let's fucking go. Yeah, I thought your tyres might be rather dead towards the end, and you're certainly losing a lot of time, Thornicus, to Martin and Elder. But great race all round. That was a really, whilst boring, it was a fun race to watch overall, especially as the driver's title was on the line. So that's double championship, back-to-back driver's title, technically back-to-back constructors titles as well, Thornicus. So well done, mate. That was a great result. Where are we next week? You've disappeared off my screen. There we are. So next week, oh, I hate this PC. Race calendar. Our season finale is Spa. So I will be back for DRL F1 season finale at Spa next Friday. I'll start the stream probably about 10 to 8. So run through all the standings and everything, get everyone in the chat, see how everyone's doing. But thank you everyone who's come along for tonight's race. Thank you to all the drivers. Been some good driving, no major incidents that I spotted from the view I had, although I do apologise. Goddamn night races and everything looking foggy. I'll be back next week. Well done to Thornicus once again. Well done to Find the Pass. You've had a great season as well, mate. 2nd in the driver's standings is no small feat. You've put the effort in. It's well deserved. So I will catch you all next week, and my streams will be on and off through the week anyway. I've got the ESR races on iRacing, and then us just messing about on Lethal Company, watching Hobo get face fucked by fleas, or Moyland have his neck snapped by brackens. They're always good fun to watch, but I will catch you all next week. Take it easy.